Alright, this is the actual one.
Humble pranams to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Baba. Sai Ram, uncles, aunties, brothers and sisters. Today is Krishna Janmashtami, the day when Lord Krishna was born. Lord Krishna is Lord Vishnu's avatar. As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, when there is a depletion of dharma, I will incarnate on this earth to restore the dharma. Lord Vishnu incarnated as Lord Krishna during the Dwapara Yuga to demolish evil, adharma, and to establish bliss, eternal love, and devotion. Lord Krishna is well known for all his leelas or divine pranks that attracted his bhaktas towards him. One of it is the Govardhana Leela. Govardhana was a mountain existing even before the time of Krishna. According to Swami, during the epic Ramayana, the monkeys were carrying mountains to build a bridge across to Lanka. When the bridge was completed, Lord Rama ordered the monkeys to drop the mountains at the places they were and march for Lanka. One of those mountains was Govardhana. Govardhana wept, but he could not perform service to Lord Rama. Thus, Lord Rama promised Govardhana that on his next incarnation, he will bless Govardhana to serve his bhaktas. We, Balvikas students of Sathya Center of Gelugor, glad to present the Govardhana Leela to all of you on this auspicious day. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the nectar of Krishna. Sai Ram.
My dear villagers, please make sure that the necessities for sacrifice are taken care of.
I see that all of you are preparing for some great yajna. Tell me, Father, what all these arrangements for?
Kanna, we are making arrangements to perform a traditional sacrifice for Lord Indra.
And what will happen to this Indra?
We need rain for crops, and the rain clouds are its representatives. We perform this sacrifice to please Indra, so that he kindly send us sufficient quantity of rain.
My dear Father, I don't think you need to worship any demigod for getting rains. If one performs his karma nicely, the result is for sure to come. So, in my opinion, there is no need to worship Indra at all.
Then, definitely King Indra will be very angry with us.
Even if he becomes angry, what will he do?
King Indra is the controller of clouds. On his order, they will all leave Vrindavan, and this most beautiful forest of Vrindavan will become nothing more than a dry desert.
If we worship him, only then he gives rain. It is the work of a businessman, not God. If you could listen to me, then worship that God who is equal to God.
What Krishna said is true. It is Lord Vishnu who has given Indra and other devatas their power. All the devatas work under Lord Vishnu. In the Vedas, there is no separate yajna prescribed for Indra.
Oh, the Brahmana, we are in cow protection and cow is our goddess. Cows live on fresh grass and water which is provided by the Govardhana Leela. I therefore request you, my dear father, let us begin to worship Govardhana here, not Indra.
My dear boy, since you are asking, I shall arrange a separate sacrifice for Govardhana here. But for the present, let me execute this sacrifice known as Indra Yagna.
My dear father, don't delay. Better take all these arrangements immediately and worship Govardhana here. This is my idea, and you may carry it if it pleases you. Doing so will please cows, Govardhana here, and also me.
Bless you, Krishna. Nanda Maharaj, you are very fortunate to have a son like Krishna. Whatever he has just spoken is fully supported by the highest revealed scriptures. I am convinced that we should go on with this Govardhana Puja.
If you are convinced, and if it pleases my dear Krishna, then it must be auspicious. Let us begin without further delay.
The honest and simple cowherd men, headed by Nanda Maharaj, accepted Krishna's proposal and executed in detail everything. He advised, without any consideration of the consequences of not worshipping Indra. After all, they simply loved Krishna, and his satisfaction was their life and soul. Indeed, the Gopas and Gopis did not know anyone else but Krishna, and if it was him to perform the Govardhana Puja, there was no question not executing his will. Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men called in learned Brahmanas and began to worship Govardhana Hill by chanting Vedic hymns and offering prasadam. The inhabitants of Vrindavan assembled together, decorated their cows and gave them grass. Keeping the cows in front, they began to circumambulate the Govardhana Hill. The gopis also dressed themselves luxuriantly and sat in boat-driven carts, chanting the glories of Krishna's pastime.
Krishna
So, Nanda Maharaj, the auspicious time to initiate the puja has come. Let us begin without further delay.
Dear Govardhan, please accept our offerings.
Krishna then assumed a great transcendental form and declared to the inhabitants of Vrindavan that he was himself Govardhana Leela.
My dear people of Vrindavan, I am extremely pleased with your sincere love and devotion, and therefore I am gladly accepting all your offerings.
Indra, king of heaven, gets to know that inhabitants of Vrindavan diverted his festival to worship Govardhana Leela.
All glories to Maharaj Indra.
Yes, somewhat better. Tell me, what is the reason for your untimely arrival?
Pardon my king, but I consider it most urgent to deliver this important message onto you.
What information?
This year, the inhabitants of Vrindavan has stopped performing sacrifice unto you.
What? The residents of Vrindavan have stopped their sacrifice to me? No! This cannot be true. No mortal can dare do this. Impossible!
But this is true, my lord.
Oh, who has spoiled the intelligence in this way?
Krishna, son of Nanda Maharaj, who is the king covered community in Vrindavan, is advised they have forsaken your worship and will be worshipping the cows and hills instead.
Krishna, you mean to say that defying the demigods, they shall now worship stones and trees? Just see how this coward man living in the forest has been greatly intoxicated by their prosperity. They have listened to a small boy Krishna, and thus have offended me. This coward man affected inimically towards me by taking shelter of this ordinary human being Krishna, who thinks he to be very wise, but is a foolish, arrogant, impudent, and overconfident child. For this audacity of theirs, they shall have to pay a heavy price. Mandare. Destroy that village and all the villages there. Those insignificant demons had angered the king of heaven. They had to pay the price for it. Oh, teach them a good lesson. Those inhabitants of souls had infatuated with their friend Krishna, who is nothing but an ordinary human being. Take this side. You dare defy me?
Yes, my lord. We will flood in such a way that there will be no place of Vrindavan on earth.
Clouds led by some Balvika inundated Vrindavan with fierce rains and heavy thunderstorms. They approach Krishna and request to protect himself and Vrindavan.
Krishna, kindly help us. Indra is very angry at us and these rains are devastating Vrindavan. We have no one shelter than you. We are helpless.
Krishna lifts the Govardhana Leela with his left hand little finger, while all the Gopas and Gopis look at him in amazement.
Residents of Vrindavan, please come inside. Come under this hill with your cows and family.
Lord Krishna, forgetting hunger and thirst, and putting aside all considerations for personal pleasure, stood there, holding up the hill for 7 days and 7 nights. Lord Krishna put up the mountain while his praises were chanted by residents of Vrindavan, all of whom now had the opportunity to be together with him and who glanced at him with joyful and amazed eyes. Thus, all the common men and women, out of loving affection, looked upon Krishna with wide open eyes. By continuously drinking the nectar of beauty and sweetness of all attractive Sri Krishna, the residents of Vrindavan felt no hunger, thirst, or fatigue. Some Vartakas, clouds, failed to flood the village of Vrindavan because the Supreme Lord, by his potency, was protecting Vrindavan. Indra, on seeing this exhibition of the Lord, became most astonished. By realizing who Lord Krishna is, he then ordered these clouds to desist from pouring anymore. comes down to beg pardon from Lord Krishna. Thus Indra, the king of heaven, ashamed of having offended the Lord, approached him in a solitary place with a repentant heart.
You are the Father and the spiritual master of this entire universe and also its supreme control. You are unsurmountable time, imposing punishment upon the sinful for their own benefit. By your free will, you remove the pride of those who falsely claim to be God. You rightfully punish mischievous fools like me only to instruct them. Engrossed in pride over my material power and ignorant of your unlimited power and majesty, I offended you. Oh my Lord, please forgive me. I have now come to you for shelter.
My dear Indra, you are blinded by power and ignorance. I had to do this to see it for yourself. I am the eternal master.
My dear Lord, your mercy is like the fathomless ocean. One who becomes the object of your causeless mercy is relief of all sinful reactions. Please forgive me and allow me to go back to heavenly abode to perform my prescribed duties.
The Govardhana Leela by Krishna was simply a drama enacted by Lord Supreme to teach us three distinct lessons. One is the importance to enable your mind to always be in the thoughts of God. Two, to have the right reasons of worship. And lastly, to have strong faith in the Lord Universe. Swami says that Indra represents our mind, while Krishna our heart. Our mind tends to forget the Lord. Thus Krishna tames our monkey mind. At times it runs astray. Swami also mentions that all kinds of worship to our beloved Lord should be out of love, not out of bribery or fear. And of course, when times are at its worst, faith in God is most essential. Thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed our small play on Krishna. Sai Ram.
I would like to say that actually Krishna actually learned the lesson. You know, holding the heel just for like how many minutes was quite painful. So actually thought how hard it was for him to hold the heel for 7 days. Oh, anyway, Sathya was holding the heel. So